Louis Scott.
An incarcerated individual at the Folsom State Prison, Folsom, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hi, we're talking to Virgil today. Virgil happens to be the personal trainer on the yard that, keeps all the individuals in shape, works with the geriatrics, keeping the old guys in shape. Virgil, introduce yourself.
How you doing? Thank you. First and foremost, LA, for even inviting me on this platform. Give honor to God, first and foremost. My name is Virgil Wilkins. As you said, I am a trainer for Folsom State Prison, but just a trainer in heart. I grew up playing sports on all different levels from the age of 3. So growing up in sports and being trained, going through those steps and getting injured, I just happened to learn about the body, about special techniques. My mom and dad, they grew up in sports, from skiing to softball to tennis. So I just stayed with that, and once I got older, I realized helping people was my focus. Younger age, especially the elderly, once I got incarcerated and started seeing the dramatic change in people coming to prison, and just the hope. Their hope died down, and physical fitness really brought a light in their life and being healthy. So I just immersed myself in the study of helping people and giving back to my community, and also individuals. Listening to their personal stories, it really inspired me in my life, and made me look at areas in my life that I need to work on just by listening to them. So it was full circle. So training is my passion. I do it every day. I just got done training. So, I'm breathing hard right now. It's an everyday thing. I wake up every morning, people ask for my assistance, and I'm willing to give up my time. So that's who I am.
Let me ask you this. What are some of the reasons that a person gets sent out there to geriatrics? And tell me a little bit about geriatrics. What is it?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, geriatrics is based for the elderly. Once you get past a certain age, you can't do it strenuous workouts like you used to do back when you were younger, vibrant. You could play basketball all day without even stretching. When you get older, your body breaks down. Your eating habits, they slow down. So you have to watch what you eat. Also, you can't do certain workouts. So just say you got issues. Have you ever been injured ever?
Absolutely. Broken bones. I've been shot, stabbed, kicked by horses, thrown from motorcycles. I got trauma. Body trauma I have.
Exactly. So the body goes through trauma, so you can't do the stuff you did when you were 10 years old. So we break that down, and we specialize in hypertension, diabetes, A1C. We lower that just to instill in our patients that, and teach them that they can live a healthier life during going through the golden years.
Okay,
we teach them that. So it's basically a class, but also geriatrics is basically focused on the elderly and what they can do.
Okay, so when you see guys that come through and you're working with these individuals to get them in better shape, how does it make you feel when you walk past the canteen line, right, and you see a dude with a bag full of chips and honey buns and ice creams and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Do you take that personal, or, is it just part of the job?
Absolutely, it's part of the job. But like I said, it's 24/7 with me. So I like to give guys a hard time. I would try to take the bag. I'll look in the bag. I'll dissect the bag. I'll even stop by people's cells, and check their shelf to see what their daily routine is,
Okay.
I'm a trainer all the way around, so I'm not only working with you out here, I'm going in your cell to make sure you're doing the right thing in there. Working out is the easy part. We can come out here and run all day, but once you get in that cell, when nobody's around, what are you doing? What are you doing to your body? All right? So eating is the most important part of exercise and being conscious is what you put in your body. So I'm strict on that. If I see somebody with a canteen bag, I'm definitely dissecting it. I'm having them explain to me what their daily routine is. What's their intake? How you break up your meals? What type of food are you eating? Are you calorie checking? Are you looking at that nutritional chart on each? You know what I mean? Are you calorie counting? What's your method? Thank you.
See, we would have a hard fight, right? Because, see, I love honey buns, ice cream, chips you can have, right? But don't touch that honey bun and the ice cream, right? And it's like I always tell cats, right? It's about getting in shape, right? For me, a circle's a shape, a square's a shape, an octagon's a shape. You just got to pick what shape you want to be in, right? Right now I'm a little circle shape, but, you know, I'm working with this, right? You know, and being 57, you know, I look at, you know, some of the guys that's a little younger than myself, and I'm looking at these dudes, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, already.
When I was your age, I was really in shape.
Yeah.
You know, and as you get older, the metabolism does slow down. You know, I find myself trying to do things, and, you know, like I say, you know, you have trauma from broken bones, and, you know, I let it.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I love playing handball, but when I get up the next morning after playing handball, my back hurt, my shoulder hurt, knees hurt. You know, I'm not that 20-year-old no more. I do the best I can with what I got.
Right.
But it's cool, you know. And, you know, on a personal note, you know, you are from Canada.
Yes, sir.
Right? So you came all the way from Canada to California to be in prison.
Right.
I don't know what you did, and we ain't got to go into that right now, right? But the thing about it is, there's a little jealousy, a little, you know, dudes be tripping. Yeah. Give me some of that. What are some of the things you have to go through as a trainer, trying to do good for other people, but being attacked, you know, in the same aspect?
Well, growing up, I've always been the new kid at school. I am from Canada, but also I'm a military baby.
Okay.
So I was in Iwakuni, Japan, before Canada. So I was traveling all my life. So I was always a new kid, and I could play sports real good. So they'd be like, who's this cat? Who's this dude? You know, I'm not known. I'm the new kid on the block. So seeing that skill set in me, and I'm from nowhere, it was always some type of backlash, always some type of envy, always some type of jealousy. But sports really opened that dialogue up, you know. My family always instilled in me to, you know, be courteous, be kind. So that kind of helps.
Right.
You know, being a close-knit family is just us. I got family on the East Coast, and I really think because we're traveling so much with that military life. So, yeah, my family instilled in me just to be courteous and to be open. So being honest with people, it's been helpful throughout all my years of wherever I go. When I got incarcerated, you know, being from Canada, and that's what I go by. You know, definitely there was some envy and jealousy, but once they knew I knew what I was talking about, or I helped them, or they realized, you know what, this guy isn't so bad. You know, all the stigma that they had about foreigners or people from not where they're from, they kind of open up and open that door and let me come in.
Well, I think a lack of education brings about stupidity, right?
Absolutely.
Especially in this environment. You know, whenever you see something new, you see something different. You know, a lot of people feel like, you know, oh, he's not with us, he's not like us, he's not this. I say this, right? Even when it comes to race, there's only one race, and that's the human race.
Right.
Race become an issue when we become displaced, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're from Canada, Japan, or where you're from. You're being of service to people that requires and needs your service.
Absolutely.
And see, that's much bigger than any negativity that you could possibly ever encounter, whether it be in here, out there, or wherever in the world, right? Because what you're doing, you're practically saving lives.
Absolutely. I believe so.
I don't know if you're going to get a strong arm robbery from taking them people's chips and honey buns, but you're saving lives, brother. You're saving lives, you know?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I see it. I see the results. You know, I see that smile on people's face, you know, so I believe that we're doing that good work.
And I commend you for that. I really do. I really do. And I just want to say thank you, for being the best version of yourself and being you, because what I see and what I know about you, hey, man, I only see good and hear good. And I appreciate that.
I appreciate you and the work that you do. I appreciate it. it's a need, and you're sharing that light in that world. And who knows who might listen to this, or who knows your body of work. It might touch somebody or reach somebody. So I thank you for your work. Thank you for this.
And I thank you, brother. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.